I was born in Lenox Hill Hospital, and sort of like Sten's Poland, but in those days. And and I'm sure but then it doesn't matter because now I'm kind of into my own. Angela's out there, and I'm kind of like really so self-obsessed it's repulsive. So I was the only baby girl. Back to the mic. It feels good, it's secure. I feel like having a partner. It's like my partner. Angela's a great grandmother. I live with a fucking Maine Coon cat. Okay, there's my life, and it doesn't even play with me. So it's really, I'm paying rent for this fucker. I'm feeding it, and it gives me nothing back. But that's just the way it goes. So I was the only baby girl born that day in the hospital. So I was surrounded by these bald, toothless, pot-bellied baby boys. Recently, 3 years ago, I joined a senior site. I swear I'm getting emails from some of these guys and pictures. No difference. So I'm not a daughter. You're supposed to say I am a drug addict. If you were an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic. I definitely was and am a drug addict. I just don't do drugs. People always like it when I fuck up for real. It's kind of sick. So why did I start doing my mother? I don't blame her. I've been in therapy too long to stop blaming. That's over. But my mother was a hypochondriac and a Christian Scientist. Okay, for true. And so she would go to doctors all the time, and there was nothing wrong with her. And in those days, doctors gave women like my mother pills. Valium was the big deal. As a matter of fact, the Stones, before I say they had a song, one of my corrective friends will tell me it wasn't a song, it was a line in a song. And the line was Mother's Little Helper. And they were talking about Valium. So in my case, it was Mother's Little Daughter's Little Helper because she wasn't taking them. I was taking them for her. That's where it started. And Valium, Downs are not good for a depressive. You're putting depression on top of depression. It's really, if I'd ever, God forbid, done heroin, I was too middle class to do heroin. The heroin addicts in those days were all in the Bowery or on our corner, and they were in a nod with their fly open, sometimes peeing, sometimes. It was very festive growing up. And, it's become chic now. Heroin is chic. It's really disgusting, but... Oh, and I just heard the buzz. Your attention. Oh, there are aliens landing on the roof. Oh, God. God. You have to do something. They tell you in Tai Chi. I'm taking Tai Chi now. I can hardly get up one step, but I'm taking Tai Chi. And they say, you just got to go past it. Just make it part of the environment. So do that, or I've wasted a lot of time working on this show. So drugs, okay. I took ups. I liked ups because, a down person, a depressed person is going to give you some kind of false energy and false, like you like life. And I like them a lot. And I also, what did I also like? I liked hallucinogens. I don't know exactly what made, it was like a Mickey Mouse movie. It made life, well, anything would have made life more interesting because I was a really depressed kid. And apparently I'm still a depressed woman. But I liked... Nothing bad happened to me. I liked acid and mescaline and mushrooms. Liked it all. Nothing happened. My face didn't melt in the mirror. The worst thing that ever happened is I was in Mexico. I don't know why. And I thought, all right, I think I will take mescaline. I don't know why. Hadn't done it before. And I'll go snorkeling. I'd never done that before either. So I did. And I'm now underwater. And I'm high immediately. I can't even snap my fingers. And immediately, I always felt like retarded of it. Everybody could do that. What am I supposed to do? Disabled? Forget it. All right, so, yeah, fucking cat is destroying me. So I'm underwater, and I notice, you go snorkeling, you're supposed to be looking at the exotic fish. And it seemed to me that they were staring at me with those big fish eyes. It was really creepy. And then I hallucinated a fish that doesn't exist. I hallucinated a gefilte fish. See, no matter whatever happens with my career, that's the only joke everyone will. Just so doomed, really. Just not right. So, okay, I wasn't really scared. It was a pretty big piece of gefilte. Why I wasn't scared is you got to figure how fast could it move. It was in a jar, surrounded by that hideous jelly. So, I was okay. Back to the mic. It just keeps me company. I stopped doing drugs when I was getting older because, first of all, it gets grotesque in a way, and it's not fun, and I needed my extra money to put into moisturizers. Yes. And I'm on a new antidepressant. I thought I'd share that. It dries every single part of you up. It's really terrific. I can't breathe. I can't hear. I can't see. I know you're out there somewhere. I hope you're having a good time. So, and I schlepp my papers up here, these papers that I don't even look at them. Then I'll look at them, and then I will completely lose my train of thought. I should have done, you see, the time to do drugs, if you're ever going to do drugs, this is, a mixed audience of age, but it is really not when you're young. Because when you're young, you got the world in front of you. And you look good. Even if you're as ugly as sin, you look good. We like newness. Kittens are so cute, with scratching your furniture to death. They're adorable puppies. We like newness. We don't like old. We're a disgusting society. We just don't like old. If they could, they'd put me on an ice float and get rid of me, but they can't do that. So do drugs when you're young and have a good time. Now is the time that I really could use some drug-induced denial. Now I go to recovery meetings sometimes, not as much as I should, and that's really, it's, when you're taking as many drugs as I took, and I took them for years, and all kinds, and by the way, if anybody offers you a Molly, it's not a little Irish woman with red hair. Okay? It's one of the new breed of killer drugs, okay? The chair and the mic. I see back in a lot of movement here. The chair and the mic and the chair and the mic. So I made bad choices in my life. Everything is choice. We're very, very lucky that we're free enough to make choices in our life. And my choices were, I use a very familiar Jewish word, they were fakat. You like that word? Which is essentially full of shit. Fakat. And they were just drug-induced, stupid choices. To go to Woodstock. The original one, not the ones that they keep repeating. And I could have gone with my boyfriend du jour. We would have been rolling around in the mud, taking drugs, having sex, hearing live some of the best bands that ever existed. Did I do that? No, I went to Miami Beach with a girlfriend. Apparently, overnight, I had turned into an 85-year-old Jewish woman who just liked to go to the sea and splash some water on her ankles, and that was the trip.